much anticipated Major League debut of Gavin Williams was a little bit of this and a little bit of that. In the end, it was what all debuts are, a learning experience. We'll see what the young man learned tonight in Kansas City as he takes on the Royals to open up a road trip and a 3-game series between the Guardians and the KC Royals. Hi again, everyone. Matt Underwood alongside Rick Manning. We waited a long time to see Gavin Williams. He was, as advertised, power pitcher. He gave up the one big home run, but outside of that, he pitched really well.
He's got 3 above-average pitches. He's only 23 years old, and I'll tell you what, after he gave up that home run, it seemed like he settled down, but he had a good slider. He walked 3 guys. There's a changeup going there as well. Primarily more fastballs than anything else, but I'll tell you what, for his first start, other than one swing of the bat, he was outstanding. He settled in, and there's some good things to take away from that start and bring it into this ball game, because in the first 3 innings, he faced 14 batters with 60 pitches. That's the inning he gave up all of 4 runs in, and then look at after that. It seemed like it took some pressure off him, and then the last 9 guys he faced, 24 pitches. He was very good.
That's our Northern Ohio Buick dealer stat, and that's not anything out of the ordinary. Sometimes for young pitchers, that first hit, that first home run, it's a shock to the system, but he rebounded nicely, and that's what you want to see.
And he's going to be pitching in a good ballpark tonight. A nice big ballpark. Don't be afraid to use it to your advantage.
It's the Guardians and the Kansas City Royals. A whole lot more to come here from Kauffman Stadium. We've got the first pitch, and we'll check in with Andre Knott coming up. Cleveland Guardians baseball is brought to you by your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. Visit buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. Destination Cleveland. Watch at thisiscleveland.tv. And by Sheely's. The best things in life happen at home. As warm as it's going to be the next couple of days. First trip to Kauffman Stadium here in Kansas City. Seems odd that it's almost the end of June and it's the first meeting of the year between these two ball clubs, but that's the new schedule. That's where we are. Downstairs right now we go to Andre Knott amidst the umpires.
I can tell you. Hey, man, y'all wore the wrong shirt today. No, this is a big moment. It is our first time here in Kauffman Stadium for us. For the guy out in right field, Will Brennan, this is his home away from home. No, this is his home. He grew up here. He played a couple games in high school here. He had a moment with Terry Francona way back in the day because he was a Red Sox fan. So for him, this is a dream come true.
It's really special. You know, what's going to set it apart from the other places is just the amount of friends and family that I have here and all the people that, you know, have influenced me into the person I am today that are going to show up. And actually, one of my high school coaches is throwing out the first pitch tomorrow, so it'll be really cool. He's getting honored for just the kind of person he is and how he impacts kids and baseball players. So it'll be really, really special to watch. In high school, played twice, and then college. The outfield's massive. It's fast. You know, if you want to hit a homer, you really got to get it here. But no, it's cool. At least there'll be a lot of fans here because when I played there before, there wasn't very many. So that'll be cool.
So Will has a ton of fans and family here. He says he doesn't have a huge family, but there's a lot of friends that will be here. Big moment for him. Other news before we get things going, guys. Terry Francona has left the team and gone back to the team hotel. He was not feeling very well, so he opted to go back and get additional testing. DeMarlo Hale will manage the club tonight.
All right, thanks, Andre. Appreciate the update there. DeMarlo's in charge. Gavin Williams on the hill, and we're back with the first pitch right after this. All right, just about ready to go here in Kansas City as the Guardians come in 37-40 on the year. Just a game and a half back in Minnesota in the American League Central Division standings, and a familiar foe on the hill against them tonight.
Yes, sir. And Brady Singer will be our Chevrolet starting pitcher for Kansas City tonight. Now, not having a very good year to this point. He's 4-7 with a high 6.34 ERA. He's given up 91 hits and 29 walks. You've got 120 base runners out there. So he's always pitched well against the Guardians, though he's 2-1 in his career, making his 9th start against the Guardians.
The Guardians starting lineup presented by Progressive. It'll be Stephen Kwan leading it off. Ahmed Rosario in the 2-hole. Jose Ramirez, then Josh Naylor, Josh Bell, Andres Jimenez, Will Brennan, Miles Straw, and Bo Naylor. That's 7 left-handed bats against the right-hander Singer.
The Rally House defense for the Royals looks like this. Melendez in left, Isbell is in center, Waters over in right. On the infield, it's going to be Garcia at third, Witt Jr. at short, Lopez is at second, Prado at first, and Fermin will be behind the plate.
We are ready to go. Brady Singer's first pitch is down and in for ball one. Last year, Cleveland went 12-7 against the Royals. They split the 10 games played here at Kauffman Stadium. Game time temperature tonight is officially 87 degrees. And a much needed, or I should say a much welcome, cloud cover rolling in just before first pitch tonight. One down in inning number one. It got pretty hot late this afternoon, as it is expected to be 100 degrees the next 2 days for a high temperature here in Kansas City.
Yeah, we're used to coming here early in April and getting a little chilly weather.
Ahmed Rosario. Rosario, one of a number of Guardians hitters who feasted on Kansas City pitching last year. That was 25-75 against the Royals last year. And he's got another base hit here.
Yes, he does.
Heck of a play by Bobby Witt Jr. He is a tremendous athlete. You know, you just saw the range. The shortstop went into the hole and still made a play out of it.
And you can see how quickly he got rid of the ball. I mean, this is an excellent play. You can't do any better than he did right there. It's the speed of Rosario that gets the hit. So give him another infield hit. Good play by Witt.
And now Jose Ramirez. Speaking of feasting on Kansas City pitching, not only did Ramirez hit .357 against the Royals last year, but Rick, in his career, 24 home runs and 81 runs knocked in against the Royals.
Well, you've got a few guys on this ball club that like to play against Kansas City.
That pitch missed inside.
Matter of fact,
much.
In Tito's realm here, they are 110-71 against Kansas City. And that's the second most. They're 113 and 174 over Chicago White Sox. So they've always liked to play here. That's a pitch last year that Singer used to throw for a strike. That little comeback fastball where he starts it at the left-hander's hip and brings it in. He hasn't had that pitch this year, they say.
Well, he's 3-0 to Ramirez, and he does find the strike zone down and in to make it 3-1. And that is another called strike.
That was right on the inside corner. Fermin thought that Rosario was going to be running. You can bank on it now. He'll be running on this pitch.
In his career, Ramirez has reached in 11 of 20 plate appearances against Brady Singer. Goes Rosario, and Ramirez rocks it foul. Arlo Hale running the club. Tito headed back for further testing. Wasn't feeling well before the ball game, and just given his recent health history, they just want to be abundantly cautious. Bro, it's close at first, and Rosario just did lean back in time. Royals are taking a look, and they will not challenge, but it was close.
Well, yeah, your job there as a base runner, you're going on the pitch anyway. You're not trying to steal a base, so you got to make sure the pitcher goes home.
There goes Rosario, and Ramirez pops it back out of play. Count stays 3-2. Ramirez comes into tonight's action 7th in the American League in batting average, 6th in the league in OPS, and 5th overall in hits. Again the 3-2, again Rosario running, and again it's a foul ball. Wind him up, let him go. Rip again, foul.
You talk about swing mode. I don't know if those are strikes or not, but the 2 breaking balls he swung at were out of the zone. But he's in hit mode. He comes back with the fastball, and Jose can turn any fastball around, as we know. That was probably too close to take, but he's ready for that pitch on the inside part because he's been living at that part of the plate.
Is it just not in his nature to be more patient given the success Josh Naylor has had over the last month?
I don't know about that. Changeup. That's
probably playable. Garcia to the railing. Yes. 2 down.
He finally went off speed away, and he got, he had Jose in swing mode. So he made the good pitch. He got him to pop it up in foul territory, and he gets the second out. Well, I would think that they're going to throw Jose more strikes the way Naylor's been swinging the bat. They don't want it, and Jose was ready, but he finally threw a pitch away.
And Josh Naylor. Last 36 games, he's hit .374, and that's what I'm talking about. 48 runs knocked in his last 48 games played. With his emergence as the primary protector of Jose Ramirez in the batting order.
Well, you look at both Josh and Jose, they've combined for 103 of the 279 RBIs that they have. That's 37% of the run production that they have produced.
And a roller to second will end the inning. No runs, a hit, 1 left. The Royals are coming to bat.
Gavin Williams will make his second start of his career up here at the major league level. He will be the Chevrolet starting pitcher for the Guardians, and he was good in his first one. Once he got the jitters out of the way, this should be a nice ballpark for him to pitch in, see what he has to offer.
Matt Quatraro's starting lineup for Kansas City, brought to you by Progressive. Bobby Witt Jr., the key guy there. They're missing Vinny Pasquantino. That's a big loss for the Royals. Power hitter, helped kind of balance the middle part of the order.
Yeah, one of their better hitters all the way around.
Nick Prado's taken over as the primary first baseman. Done a nice job of getting on base, too. He's reached safely in 23 of the last 26 games he's played. Gavin Williams, rookie right-hander, looking for an early strikeout. And he's got it.
You stay up there with that 96 mile an hour and they swing at it, he will get them.
Tonight's storylines are brought to you by Wayside Furniture. Get in line. Quan and others like Kansas City. Bobby Witt Jr., well, he does it all.
Yeah, 23 years old. Very good player.
He's one of those guys, Rick, that If you were going to say, okay, did Bill be the perfect baseball player, I'd probably start with him.
It certainly wouldn't hurt. You can see what he did defensively in the first inning and then make it a close play for Rosario.
He's got speed. He can hit for average. Well, I mean, I know he's still young and he's kind of developing all that. But
he can hit for some power, but this is a tough ballpark to hit for power, but he still has 12 home runs. Yeah, he's a good all-around player. He's underrated, I would think, you know, as it goes on.
2 down as he flies to Will Brennan.
Let's check the Guardians defense, brought to you by Rally House. Juan in left, Straw in center, Brennan is over and right. On the infield will be Ramirez, Rosario, Jimenez, and Naylor. And Bo Naylor will be behind the plate.
Arch, you say he's underrated. Yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong, but he may be in the best place to be underrated. And coming up having a father in the big leagues, that may help him in the long run, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. But, you know, remember we were talking Rookie of the Year last year? His name would never, ever come up into it. And he had 30 steals, and he had, you know, what, 20 homers. He was playing every day.
Matt, I feel like this is the upside down world. He's talking about a guy with, but you know, the Rookie of the Year award won't mean as much to him over his whole career. If he can grow and not worry about all those things. The thing they have to do around here is build a winner around him. But he is the foundation player that you'd want to build around, you would think.
MJ Melendez. It's a guy that, you know, originally we thought was going to be a catcher. Perhaps the heir apparent to Salvador Perez down the road, but he's moved into his strictly an outfielder now.
And pretty much it's going to be left field from here on in, I believe.
Reached base 3 times Sunday against Tampa Bay. He's got a good eye at the plate. Leads the Royals in walks with 31.
Did a good job following off that curveball. Yeah, and you know what? 31 walks is pretty good because the team has 210, and it's a team that never really has walked a whole lot as a ball club, even in their heyday.
Little number right back to Big Gavin. He'll gather and throw, and Naylor just did get out of the way in time. 1-2-3 go the Royals, and we're scoreless after 1.
You can check out the largest selection of authentic caps, t-shirts, collectibles, and more. Gear up with your Guardians at MLBshop.com.
Josh Bell leading off inning number 2 for Cleveland. Brady Singer fires a fastball in there to even the count of 1-1. That fastball just off the plate. These two teams will meet 7 times between now and the All-Star break.
Yeah, we'll close it out with a 4-game series at home, taking us to the break.
Fastball found the mark.
Has that quick, you know, delivery, that windup. He comes at you like he's racing at you. And I noticed in the first inning he did that when that clock was running down. He let it get down to about 4 and then did a real quick motion. But I know you remember his first start against the Guardians. He pitched 8 no-hit innings. Ended up giving up. He lost the no-hitter in the 8th. Ended up going 8 scoreless and gave up the 1 hit.
Then there was the start, the now infamous start, where the Royals were rolling early in the year.
Yes.
And he didn't get a call that didn't go his way, and he literally imploded on the mound. Got thrown out of the game as he left.
Well, they blew up and lost that game. You're right.
He strikes out Josh Bell. His first K tonight, 1 away.
Mike Matheny. Mike Matheny, there it was. It hit. They went through a review. It hit him. He lost it from that point on.
And the Royals were winning this game, and all of a sudden Yeah, it just got it went from bad to worse in a hurry.
He got thrown out. Matheny got thrown out. It was COVID year. You could see the masks. It was a terrible year, and it was early May. They were like 15-7 or something like that. Yeah, they were playing good. They were expecting big things, and they just got swept away.
And a fastball in there. 2 balls and a strike. He lays off. It was down and in. Big 3-1 pitch. He didn't challenge him. He went to a backdoor slider. Count is full.
He had the 2-0 fastball though that he took.
Payoff pitch hit up the third baseline. Garcia has no play, and it'll be an infield single for Andres Gimenez, second hit of the night for Cleveland.
Yeah, they just moved over. Garcia did a lot on that 3-2 pitch. And boy, all you had to do is it looked like he just rolled it down there.
Really, that was maybe a 2-seam fastball,
that moved,
but it was up.
Yeah. Well, that's how he got to it.
Well, here's Will Brennan. Went to high school just about half an hour from Kauffman Stadium, just over the state line in Stillwell, Kansas. Takes a fastball down and in. Played collegiately at Kansas State. The 1-0 pitch is up and away. He saw a lot of the Royals at the end of the season in Cleveland, but he didn't get a chance to play here last year. And he checked it's in there for a strike. 2-1. That's a good fastball, and that's that 2-seam fastball that runs away from the left-handed hitter. And that's a key pitch for him. That
Yes, it is.
He hasn't had it at times this year.
Yeah, you see the movement on it, and I mean, even if he didn't swing at that, I don't know if it was a strike. It had a lot of movement though.
Now the 2-2, and that's popped foul off to the left and out of play.
His first time through the lineup, he's started a lot of the left-handers off inside. He's been trying to pitch him in early, and then he goes to that, tried to get that 2-seamer working. That was a breaking ball that Brennan fouled off.
Arch, we always talk about a hitter and hitters taking advantage when you get a deep count against a pitcher. It almost seems like with that long one with Hosey.
And a catch at second base by Nicky Lopez off the line drive for out number 2.
But it seems like he may have found something, Arch, in that at bat with Jose, because you talk about going in, and when he went that changeup away from Jose,
right,
and got him to pop up, it just seems like he found a better groove.
Well, yes, he had him in swing mode, you know, and he kept staying in there, and Jose was going to swing at everything in there. But that changeup is what, did him in. But not everybody can hit that pitch like Jose does on the inside part of the plate.
Fastball just misses upstairs to Miles Straw. Miles had a lot of success against Kansas City last year, batting .323. Dozen runs scored.
Straw is 6 for 13 off of Brady Singer.
Mm-hmm. Using that bat I was trying to explain to you.
Yeah. Oh, he's got it up there?
Yeah, he's using it.
Okay.
Trying to transfer the weight a little bit better.
But you're saying that Quan just used it in batting practice.
Quan using the BP.
Okay,
yes.
now Straw's using it in the game.
And it's just transferring the weight better and making the bat feel more balanced.
I've seen a lot of guys using them this year.
2-2.
But I said to old Rick Manning, I go, you know, Rick would tell us you could just use a heavier bat and it would do the same thing. They both looked at me and they go, nah, we'll try this. I don't think any of these guys are comfortable with heavy bats.
Yeah, it's all comfort, what you believe in. They're not brought up. They want bat speed.
Slow chopper to short. Witt has to hurry. And the throw might have pulled him off the bag, but the call is out at first base. So a good stretch by Prado to retire the side. No runs, a hit, one left again. Middle of the second, no score.
Well, a 50-50 raffle presented by Bally Sports Great Lakes is now open, and the raffle will run through July 9th. You can visit cleguardians.com/5050, and it'll be $75,000 minimum.
Maikel Garcia will lead off for the Royals here in the second inning. Garcia has hit in 8 of his last 9 games. Young player swings the bat with confidence.
Well, they have him for a young player in that number 4 hole, so that tells you he's got to have something in there, doesn't it?
9 for his last 27 with a home run, 5 runs scored. And he's out looking. One down here in the second strikeout for Gavin Williams.
How about a nice fastball down and away? He must have been sitting. Well, yeah, look at that low dart. 96, knee high, and it just locked him up. He might have been looking for something upstairs.
And a low fastball at 97
see
miles
what low
an hour.
fastballs can do. If you can throw that early in the count, in or out, and then you get to 2 strikes and you elevate it above the belt, they're not going to be able to hit you. You know, and then the first time they face you, then you come back around it and wait a little bit before you start throwing breaking stuff. Lock in on that heater.
That one was 98, and now the 0-2 is
That's
at the top of the zone.
Still a good
just
pitch.
Missed.
That's a good pitch that he took there. That's an easy one to swing at, and Isbell just made his comeback. He's been out.
It's the last 46 games.
Yeah. How do you not swing at that?
Now he strikes out on the ball in the dirt. Bo Naylor throws him out to complete the putout. StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. You know, the thing about Gavin Williams, Rick, you talk about that low fastball that we just saw, 2 of them in that same at bat.
Right.
And I know you didn't pitch, but I have to believe that throwing that pitch is a little bit like a hitter trying to hit that low pitch. You've got to really work hard to drive the ball down in the strike zone.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. To throw it at the knees, and then you want to elevate it. You know, it used to be that they could do it, go north and south. But if you got that low dart and you prove you can throw it for strike one on the outside corner, then you got them eating out of your hands for once you get to 2 strikes.
Well, Gavin cruises through the second. 6 up, 6 down. No score after 2 in Kansas City. No score, 3rd inning. Bo Naylor leading it off. First pitch slider. In for strike 1. Bouncing ball to first. Routine play for Prado. 1 down. Take us back to the top of the order. First, a check of the FanDuel same game parlay. Jose Ramirez with the 24 career home runs against the Royals. So see if he can make it 25, and then hits from Kwan and Brennan. Stephen Kwan had 22 hits last year against Kansas City. Good for a 328 average and 11 runs scored. You know, Rick, you think back to that opening series, Kwan was red hot right out of the gate. To left field. And MJ Melendez will make the catch. 2 down. The Hyundai in the driver's seat. 3 Guardians right there near the top of the leaderboard in triples. Royals have a couple of guys that don't shoot a bad stick, but then again, this is a great triples ballpark.
I was going to say, it doesn't surprise me. This is a good ballpark for triples. Let's see if we see any or a few of them in this series.
Matt, that's going to be my over-under for FanDuel. How many triples we get to sit these 3-game series with these 2 teams?
We could. Big outfield here.
I shouldn't give it away, huh?
There's a chopper up the gut. It'll be a tough play. Wick Jr. whips it over, and he is out by a whisker. The Guardians go 1, 2, 3 here in inning number 3. Still no score.
Come on, Bob.
30 p.m. Al Pawlowski, Ellis Burks will get you ready for the middle game of this 3-game series here in Kansas City. Bottom third of the Royals order due up. Drew Waters to lead it off. Switch hitter. Waters came over from Atlanta.
And played pretty well for them late last year. He did against us.
I mean, overall, he had 240 last year, but yeah, I mean, he had some. I mean, we saw the athleticism, the defender that he can be in center field.
Really good athlete. And he needed to get out of Atlanta. If you remember, DeMarlo worked with him when he was over in the Braves organization, and he said, if this kid just gets away from home, he thinks he could be a really good player. And they're giving him a shot here in KC.
Well, what happened, he finished the year very well and came to spring training, and then when the year started, an oblique got him, and he's been out. So he's got to try and come back.
Gavin Williams got him. High heat. Strikeout number 4. Our player profile brought to you by Kia. Matt Quatraro was part of Tito's staff in Cleveland from 2014 through 2017. Then he went over with Kevin Cash to Tampa Bay, started as a base coach, then became the bench coach, and then left at the end of last season to take over here in Kansas City.
Matt, I thought the best quote from Tito before the game about Q was that they knew he was too good to be the hitting coach or assistant hitting coach. They just thought he was so good at what he was as a person. They just wanted him in with them, and they were mad that Kevin Cash took him.
Q's one of the best, and then he took Brian Sweeney with him. Brian Sweeney was the Guardians bullpen coach. He's now the pitching coach here in Kansas City, and he also took Paul Hoover, who was on the staff in Tampa Bay. And those two have a relationship that goes back to their playing days together in the minor leagues.
Right.
So he's got a lot of familiarity with him on this coaching staff.
You know, starting your first time coming over to a place like this, managing for your first time, you need guys you know and trust.
2-1 pitch, up and away, 3 balls and a strike. And a lot of people pointed to, you know, what the Royals went for was the polar opposite of what they had in Mike Matheny. Q's demeanor is very laid back. Don't mistake that for a guy who expects you to do your very best and will hold you accountable. But he's not
rah rah yell scream.
Yeah, he's not going to be the stern disciplinarian that most guys today just tune you out if you try that approach.
But Tito used the word that I think was perfect for it. He said he's got the right patience for this job, and he will not miss anything, and he'll take care of everything that's important to try to build this team the way it needs to be built.
Now the 3-2 to Nicky Lopez out of play. And Archie, think about it. I asked Tito, when he got his first job, it was not a good team. And most guys, with their first managing job, they don't get handed the keys to a Cadillac.
Yeah, that's true. You got to earn it.
You got work to do, right?
Yes, indeed.
But they're still hyper-competitive people. So even though it's going to be a long season, you expect results. You're out there trying to win. And as Tito said, you go into it thinking all that, and then you get into June and go, whoo.
Yeah, and then you got to familiarize yourself with the whole organization, the minor league system and everything, and get to know the people. It takes a while. It's not an easy job whatsoever.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Up and away, ball 4. First base runner for the Royals here tonight.
Well, you see what Lopez did. He fouled off some good pitches to stay alive, and then he finally ended up walking them.
That's going to bring up Freddie Fermin. This is an interesting player in that, he's 28 years old. And getting an opportunity this year, he's swinging the bat pretty well. And, he never really hit a lot in the minor leagues. And he went to winter ball and was the Venezuelan League MVP, hit everything in sight. They like his ability to catch and do all the things necessary of a catcher. And so with Salvador Perez out of the lineup tonight, he's been dealing with not really an injury, but some blurred vision from time to time. Which you can't have that when you're trying to catch.
Yeah, or hit.
Fermin had a great series against Tampa. He was 6 for 9 with 3 doubles, and he also had a 3-run homer. One on, one out, 2-1 count. Down and away, and maybe off the plate.
That's okay. He got one. And sitting here watching Williams now in his delivery and his time to the plate, he's about 125, which is below average. And we heard he's not up to the running game. He needs to work.
Runner goes, throw down. It's a good one, and they got him dead to rights.
Good throw. That's what I'm saying. He gave his catcher an opportunity to throw, and Bo makes a nice throw.
Let's back up on one thing, though. Great clips is going to be great on replay. When you say he's below average, you really mean he's above average. He's better.
That's good. That's good.
Okay. Yeah, right. 125 is below 130. Yes.
Below average is what you did in school, Arch.
Well, that's true too.
Below average in this case is good.
Yeah.
That's where I go to school.
We had to formulate that for you guys at home. Arch talk.
He lives in the upside down.
Well, just give your catcher a chance. He did, and it was beautiful. Nice throw.
3-2 pitch is clobbered, and this guy stays red hot at the plate.
He left the breaking ball up, and he had a pretty good at bat there for hitting ninth. He took a couple of pitches just offside the plate, but this one he leaves upstairs, and when you do that, that's when you take advantage of it as a hitter.
First hit for Kansas City, and no surprise, it's Fermin that gets it. He's got 7 hits now in his last 10 at-bats. Back to the top of the order, Nick Pratto. Nice stab by Bo Naylor.
It's funny, during BP, I was, waiting for Quan. I sat with Sandy and Bo and kind of asked both of them, what were the first things you truly had to worry about and work on? What we got going on with the umpires?
He's asking to see if that ball hit him.
Okay. But it was an interesting talk to listen to both of them, and hopefully, I know, Matt, you gave me an idea and something
Kansas
I want to work
City's
on.
challenging the call of no hit by pitch.
Just talking to 2 catchers from 2 completely different eras about what you learn in the minors and how different it is in the big leagues.
Hey.
Uh-oh. I think the mic's still open.
Yeah,
yeah, be careful there, buddy. But, Sandy just said he was in the minors for 6 years, and one of the things he talked about when he got here, he felt like he was more prepared for things. He goes, Bo's getting there. He goes, Bo, did it get the back foot?
Yeah, it went off the top of it. It looked like it did.
See the shoelace move?
Yeah. Barely, but yes.
Not barely is right. Well, we'll see.
Bill Duplessis is one of the best in the replay game.
Yeah, he has been here for years. Yep.
But one of the things they were talking about were throwing. And he said to Bo, and Bo kind of agreed. He said, when you got a great arm like Bo does, you can get away with a lot of things. He's like, up here, and if you see in the transfer where he threw, he's like, don't throw that glove back. He goes, you catch the ball, keep the glove right there, and take the ball out of the glove and release it. And it's one of the things they've been working on. He said his pop time will get much better in doing that. And Bo kind of stood there, and he shook his head, yes. First time he got a chance to throw one tonight, it was on the money.
Yeah, and you know what? It's all footwork, too.
Yes.
That glove stays there, but your feet got to be quick.
It's the things that most...
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The batter was hit with a pitch. We'll go to first base. Kansas City will retain their challenge.
Come on, Andy. You could tell it like it was. The batter was grazed by the pitch on his shoelace.
Well, that's what slow-mo will do for you. I mean, it's crazy. If you didn't have this slow motion camera, you would never even think that ball hit him. You'd say it hit in the dirt, because he never jumped or said ouch. He wasn't an actor. He's not going to Hollywood.
Well, you don't feel your shoelace get hit most of the time, Arch.
Yeah, you do.
Ouch.
Well, that gives Bobby Witt Jr. a chance to hit. Right field, right at Will Brennan. Inning over. 3 complete, no score in Kansas City.
At Progressive Field, that'll be Monday, July 3rd. It'll be against the Atlanta Braves, and 15,000 fans will receive a Hawaiian shirt. That's courtesy of Car Parts Warehouse. Get to the game early for a $2 pregame in the district, presented by Miller Lite. Stay after for a Phantom Fireworks presented by Wayside Furniture. Busy day.
Jose Ramirez leading out the 4th inning, fouled out his only time up in the 1st. It was one of those at-bats that might have given Brady Singer the kind of boost and confidence he needed.
But it's also one that Jose saw a lot of pitches on that inside part of the plate that he may not miss in this at-bat, because you see he's taking the ones just in off the plate. And he's staying in there. Maybe it's, again, 3-0. He had him 3-0 last time. There you see the swings. He was trying to hit that one out.
He needs to readjust. Kind of swung a little too hard, even for Jose. Lays off. It's up and away. That's ball 4. First walk issued by Singer. The Guardians have had a base runner in 3 of the first 4 innings. A word now from Labatt Blue.
Share Labatt and save $8 after mail-in rebate. Visit a participating Labatt retailer to share in a good-natured Canadian Pilsner.
Now the Canadian masher at the plate. Josh Naylor rounded out his first time up.
Started him off breaking ball first time, and I think that was a changeup right there. So he's not giving in and giving him a fastball, knowing that he's a first ball fastball hitter.
Fourth inning, no score. Fouled off his leg. 0-2. Threw it right down the middle, and he swung and missed. Second strikeout for Singer. One down here in the 4th.
Yeah, he started him off, slowed him down, and then throws a fastball by him. Change up, breaking balls, got him ahead in the count, and threw the fastball by him. That's not an easy thing to do.
Here's Josh Bell, struck out his first time up. Tell you what, that was very close. That's the second time tonight Singer has had a very good move to first. He almost picked off Rosario in the first inning.
Right. He going to the back of the bag, and it looked, the tag was down around the waist or the back pocket of Jose. We'll get a look at it. Watch the tag. Oh, he might be out. Oh,
no challenge.
They didn't challenge that, and I think he was out on that quick look. So that'll make him a half a step closer to first now.
And Ramirez takes off. Throw down is a good one, but he might have missed him. Witt had to grab the short hop and then come down with the tag, and he just couldn't get the tag on the hand of Ramirez.
Well, I'll give him credit. He was out there almost picked off, and then he goes, and he will get his 7th stolen base. That was a good play by Witt, as you mentioned. And coming in, Fermin had thrown out 7 of his 21 base runners. So Jose will get the stolen base and get himself in scoring position.
Well, the Guardians got to get the run game back as part of their offense. It has gone away a little bit over the last month or so, and part of it's probably because you had guys like Naylor and Jose hitting, but they know that's a part of the offense that has to come back and be a part of who they are.
Well, and you gotta do it when you're ahead in the ball game. A lot of times you don't run when you're down early.
And teams have adjusted, and they know that the Guardians want to run. The times from the pitcher to the plate have been quicker.
The third base knocked Garcia back, but he's able to recover and throw out Bell 2 down.
Nice little play right there.
Josh hit it hard.
He sure did. I thought that ball, he just sat down and caught it, and he made sure he looked Jose back before he threw the first.
Maikel Garcia.
That ball was scolded.
Yeah, I know.
But he didn't.
Maybe it caught him.
Yeah, but he didn't speed up. His clock was good.
Now Andres Jimenez. And has just reached out and poked one to third base for an infield single, his first time up. It shifted around in that at bat.
That was a worse pitch, and he went after it for that breaking ball. He took a good one on the inside corner close.
And the 1-2 pitch. And the dirt to even the count. Early in the year, the Guardians played well on the road and couldn't win at home. They've reversed their fortunes for the most part at home, but now they're having a tough time finding wins on the road. They've lost 19 of their last 29 away from Progressive Field. Scoreless here in the 4th. And the 2-2 to Jimenez. He's chopped to second base. That'll do it. Head to the bottom of the 4th, still no score. All right, thanks, Al. Here in the home half of the 4th inning, MJ Melendez leads off for Kansas City.
In that update that Al just gave, the other thing, Joe Ryan Arch threw over 80 pitches in 3 innings
Well,
against the Braves.
he's around the plate, you know that.
But 80 pitches, that
Must have been fouling him off, and they get 6 runs off him.
I know the Braves are good, but have you noticed when they put the Atlanta score on the out-of-town scoreboard here?
No, what do they do?
Looks like they've got the Alabama Crimson Tide logo.
Oh, I got to see this. Oh, it is. It is the Alabama. They have it up right now. That's Alabama's A. That's not Atlanta A.
Looks like Crimson.
That's
behind
Crimson
it, right?
Tide out there. Yeah.
Roll Tide, roll. Oh, they just changed it. You guys
just
are a
went
step
away.
Slow. You guys are a step slow.
I promise that's it.
Led you right to it.
You guys are lying.
No, we're not. No, we are not. Just because you didn't see it.
I saw it.
Great story. We'll have more on tomorrow. But MJ Melendez and our starter tomorrow, Logan Allen, they basically have known each other their entire lives. Grew up in the same neighborhood. His dad coached Logan in college and through growing up. He said there's not a guy in baseball that knows more about him than MJ.
Should be a fun matchup. 1 down here in the 4th. Up comes Maikel Garcia.
Arch, think of that. These kids played together since they were 6, and now they're in the big leagues at the same time.
It's a treat, man. You got to look forward to it. That'd be a fun matchup to watch.
And they've never faced each other before, have they?
No, but he said he's caught him about 100 times. He said he knows everything I throw because he's caught it or been around it.
That makes it more special.
Yes. But really, he said he wanted to shout out MJ's dad, who was a coach down at UCF. He said that guy's been great to him, and it was awesome when MJ was drafted, you know, I think in the 2nd round, and he decided to go to college instead. And he goes, this is funny how both of their arcs of their career have matched them up here, even though they went different ways after high school.
Gavin Williams pumps a fastball by Garcia. And it's 0-2. And a chopper to short. Rosario throws him out, 2 away. Our Spectrum mobile replay. Let's take a look at some of the early work from Gavin Williams.
You put his attitude together. You put hell yourself. I'm going to attack it.
Huh? He is very good. I'll tell you, moving the ball around, some low darts. He's mixed his pitches beautifully. He's allowed just 1 single in this ball game, and he has walked 1 and struck out 4. So he's looking mighty fine tonight.
2 down for Kyle Isbell. Kyle Isbell hit his first home run of the year back on May the 4th, and then went on the injured list. 6 games with a left hamstring injury, and his game is speed, so that's
Yeah.
The bat 0-2.
Center fielder that can go get them, and you need speed in this ballpark as an outfielder.
Yeah, they essentially have two center fielders with Isbell and Drew Waters patrolling the same outfield.
You need three.
I was just going to say they could
Give
probably
them
use a
one more.
third.
Give them one more, and they'll be okay.
Gavin Williams with a 1-2 pitch. That's hit down the line. That could be trouble if it's fair. Long run for Brennan. He's there in time to make the catch. It hung up there, and Will Brennan ran it down. We've played 4, no score in Kansas City. Bottom third of the order for Cleveland here in the 5th inning. Will Brennan to lead it off. It's on a play to the left. Tito shared with us before the game a great story. It's one of those almost too good to be true type deals. When Will Brennan was a kid, he came to Kauffman Stadium for a game when the Red Sox were playing. His stepdad was a big Red Sox fan, so that was the connection there. And Will's down there by the dugout as a kid, yelling at Tito for an autograph.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Tito signs the ball and gives it to him, and Brennan says, "Now go get Pedroia."
And Tito gave him a great answer.
Buzz off, kid.
Buzz off, kid. What are the chances 20 years later you'll be managing that kid?
I mean, it's just like, you got to be kidding me, right?
Yeah, but Matt, you said it perfect. Knowing Will Brennan the way we know him, that's Will.
Oh, I could just see him saying it, too.
Will told me, he goes, "Hey, man, Pedroia was my favorite player." He goes, "Tito was cool, but I wanted Pedroia."
Hey, thanks, old man. Now go get Pedroia. Well, he's got a base knock in his return nearby home.
You know what's cool? He said, "I come from a very small family." He goes, "I'll have 4 or 5 family members here. But in between every inning, there have been different fans, different people that have come down here to yell and to wave at him." I had a guy tell him, he goes, "Tell him I'm from the tree farm." And Will kind of looked at me and he's like rolling his eyes like, "I get it. Thank you for being here."
Chop to third. There's 1 and 2. Don't come much more tailor-made than that.
Yeah, one hopper to the third baseman around the horn. 5-4-3. Lopez turned it nicely. A good feed from Garcia. And they erase that base hit in a hurry.
Had their leadoff man aboard in each of the last 2 innings. Bo Naylor takes a pitch outside for a ball 1. Sky high, pop center field. Isbell calling for the fair catch. We're halfway through, still no score. Cleveland Guardians baseball brought to you by Levin. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight. And Spectrum One. Visit spectrum.com for details. Fountain City. No score.
Double.
Bottom 5. Edward Olivares leading off for the Royals, and the DH swings through a fastball. Olivares came in with a hit in back-to-back games. And overall, he's hit in 10 of his last 12 to the tune of a .340 average. But you saw his numbers overall this year, just a .257 mark. Olivares DHing tonight, but he's an outfielder, mostly a corner outfielder. On a play. Two balls and 2 strikes. Williams has allowed 1 hit. He's walked 1, he's hit 1, and has struck out 4. Struck him out looking. That'll be number 5. And that's 5 in a row retired by Gavin.
They wanted it inside. He throws it outside. Sometimes you don't get that call. It was a good pitch. He does get the call on the outside corner, but when that catcher has to reach over, sometimes they will not call it, but he gets the call.
Carl Willis enjoying the work of Gavin Williams so far. The 0-1 pitch.
Boy, why wouldn't you? He has been dealing. He's got 47 strikes out of his 67 pitches. So he is pounding the strike zone, and he's been making it look easy. Just 1 hit. That was a 3rd inning single by Fermin.
Here's the flip. Gavin Williams beats him to the bag. 2 down. Injury report brought to you by the attorneys at El Cano. Vinny Pasquantino, torn labrum, out for the year, and you know, that's a key injury for Kansas City because he was a guy that was really coming into his own, middle of the order hitter.
Probably their best hitter.
Yeah, best power hitter for sure.
Yeah.
On the guard side, some good news. Cal Quantrill went out and threw a bullpen today before we even got here. Right when we walked into the clubhouse, he was dripping with sweat. Told me I'm ready to go. Tito said he is going to start Arch on Friday at
Wrigley Field.
Wrigley Field versus the Cubs. They're going to push Bybee back, and we're going to go through the rotation with 6 for just this one time, and then they'll kind of figure things out from there. But Cal will be back Friday for the guards.
Okay.
Well, day baseball on Friday in Chicago.
Yeah, Friday afternoon baseball.
This week is set up for Arch, man. We get a day game, getaway day here, day game on Friday
and Sunday.
And Sunday.
Yeah, my favorite.
It's their kind of party.
The 0-2 pitch. Slow curveball.
Well, he's used that nicely tonight.
1, 2, 3 go the Royals. 7 straight set down by Gavin Williams. And after 5 innings, no score in Kansas City. Run total update. We started at 9, no score through 5, so that's down to 3 and a hook.
Usually it's 4 and a hook. We're going a little lower today.
Top of the order for the guards. Stephen Kwan to lead it off, and ball 1 outside from Brady Singer.
Our man Kwan is using that bat, Arch.
He used it last at bat,
Yes, he did.
too.
Yes, he did. If you look right there.
I saw that knob that he has down there. That's what you were talking about.
And Matt, you mentioned in the open right before we started the game, there was a big cloud that came over and cooled everything off. It felt great. Now it's dropping a little rain on us. I didn't have that in the forecast.
I don't see a cloud over you.
There's always a cloud.
No, that's for the first time. That's gone unless you're traveling with it. That's past.
Well, there's some rain coming down regardless.
Could be some of your fans showering you with their congratulations.
That could be it too.
The blue moon.
That's later.
Full count. Ball 4, a second leadoff walk issued by Brady Singer, and that's 3 innings in a row. The Guardians have had their leadoff hitter reach base. Word now from Kia.
The Kia Sportage X Pro.
Ahmed Rosario singled in the first, grounded out in the third. And another double play ball.
Boy, he has erased those base runners in a hurry. Second straight double play. .643, a jam.
Another two-seamer.
Yeah, and it got in on his fist, and he's not going to beat it out. He can see they're going to turn it.
I can't wait to talk to Joel Goldberg tomorrow, the Kansas City sideline reporter, who told us he didn't have a good two-seam fastball.
Wasn't that Monty? Monty said that couple clicks off. I don't know.
I'm just glad you guys aren't blaming me.
No, it's working today.
It is.
Spun him out of there with a fastball inside.
He's been all in heaters with
Yes,
Hosey.
he sure has all night.
Which has made Jose very frustrated after his first at bat. He walked the last one.
Hammer to right. That'll be a base hit. Fourth hit of the night for the Guardians, all 4 singles.
Here comes the fastball that you see it was out away and it was upstairs. So that meant barrel of the bat for Jose. So he will get his first hit of the night, 1 for 2. Walked in his last at bat.
Josh Naylor 0 for 2 steps in. And the home plate umpire telling Brady Singer, oh, that's a ball.
Well,
he gave him a ball.
You know, he warned him before that. Quatero's going to come out and say, what are you doing? You got to warn him first. And he's explaining it right now.
Now, why do we need a conference?
I mean, maybe he's asking him. He said that was what. He's going to explain it to his friends.
He's telling him he gave him a warning, and Matt Quatraro is saying, I don't recall you issuing a warning.
Okay.
He's telling him wait. He resets the clock right here.
He wasn't even paying attention to
and
him.
then Singer comes set before Josh is engaged.
Yeah,
that's the
go.
problem.
Okay.
But I don't remember him stopping
issuing
him before.
a warning. No, I don't either.
I don't think anyone remembers that. That's the problem.
Maybe he did. I don't know,
but you don't remember it. We're paying attention, and Q obviously didn't see it or hear it either. We don't hear those half the time.
You're surprised by this?
No, I'm
1-1 pitch. Bullet foul, right side.
It's reminiscent of what we went through the other day at home. You know, where they had to go talk to all the umpires. And Tito's like, wait a minute, Lance, if that was the case, why didn't you say something?
That was for the interference call.
Yes.
Well, Jose stole bases last time. Got a breaking ball count coming. He's holding it on him.
Two and two.
You can see that outfield very deep here now for Naylor, so they can cut it off in the gap, even with 2 outs. Jose will be off as soon as the crack of the bat.
And a ball again. Brady Singer coming off a game in which he went a season-high 7 innings, but allowed 5 runs on 7 hits to the Tigers. For tonight, 4 singles, all the Guardians have been able to muster. And an error by Bobby Witt Jr. will keep the inning alive.
That's a nonchalant error. You see, he was one-handing it, and it's a routine play. Even though that one might have been a little tough hop, but watch, he comes in with just the glove hand.
Tried to field it off to the side.
Yeah, well, that foot, he laid back on it, and then he tried to come in and scoop it. He misplayed that ball.
He had a play in their last game where he had a bad throw, and he even admitted it was a little nonchalant as well. It was something that he needed to work on.
First appearance by pitching coach Brian Sweeney as he goes out to talk with Brady Singer. 2 on, 2 out. Josh Bell coming to the plate.
Just wants him to, settle down now. That error, that's an extra out. And it's a shame you put a runner in scoring position. Get on the same page.
Josh Bell awaits the pitch with 2 on, 2 out. And he takes a breaking ball low.
This is very well the last inning for Singer. Now he's at, 92 pitches?
Back to the screen, 1-1. Carlos Hernandez, right-hander up. The two guys that have done all the heavy lifting are out there on the bases, Ramirez and Naylor. The guy they brought in the offseason to add might to the middle of the lineup is at the plate. His third on the team and runs batted in with 32. 1-2 pitch is strike 3 called. 2 left stranded here in the 6th. Still no score.
Larry Doby celebration on July 5th versus the Braves. 10,000 fans will get a Larry Doby 1948 cap. That'll be courtesy of Dollar Bank.
Freddie Fermin leading off the bottom of the 6th for Kansas City. He has the Royals' only hit off Gavin Williams tonight. And it's been really impressive here tonight in just his 2nd major league start.
Sure has. I mean, this guy's getting a piece of, the high fastball. The last one was a low fastball. This one was up. So he's covering it.
Tells you how locked in he is. Well, you get 7 hits and 10 at bats. I don't care who you are. You're locked in.
Yeah, he is locked in. I mean, just to foul him off.
Rosario gobbles up the grounder and throws him out, 1 down. And a word now from Northern Ohio GMC.
Step up to GMC with 1.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days on 2023 Terrain models.
Nick Pratto hit by a pitch in the 3rd, struck out back in the 1st.
Did you say hit or nicked?
I should have said grazed.
Grazed.
Watching Gavin pitch, Rick, I don't know why, but I'm thinking back to a guy we just watched recently, and I know he's left-handed. But probably because of the size, just the methodical nature in which he works, James Paxton.
Oh, the big guy.
They call him Big Maple.
Big
We get
Maple.
the Big Oak. But I mean, he's just got that, that strong, lower half. We see him drive the ball down in the strike zone.
I like it. I would never. You don't compare lefties and righties very often.
He's sturdy though. You know what I mean?
he is.
Andre?
And it's the windup is slow.
Yeah.
And then when he gets to the top right here, he just explodes at a hitter. You
Look
know.
at that. Yeah. No match. That's 6 strikeouts. Gavin Williams 2 down, and that's strikeout. As I said, number 6 and.
Elevation.
Arch.
4 of the 6 swinging.
Arch, I love that he can throw the heater up there and he can throw that low dart that you like as well. You know what I mean? Like, you can get both of them over.
Well, that's, 2 different pitches. That's beautiful. And his curveball has been good. He's used it sparingly tonight, but boy, he's got some big outs on it. Out in front. And then that slider right there. He's had pretty good command with it. He hasn't hung it.
You can see why so many were so high on him on a night like tonight.
Shook off young Noah Naylor a couple of times.
We got to make Noah popular, Matt.
I think we're going to call Noah until we see that first big league homer. How about that?
I like it. And for people that don't know at home, Bo is named Bo or called Bo because his older brother, as you all know, Josh, couldn't say Noah when he was little. So as he tried to say Noah, it came out Bo or Boa. So that's what everybody started calling him, Bo. But who doesn't call him Bo today?
Josh. Myles Straw runs down maybe the hardest hit ball of the night. And the Royals once again go 1-2-3. Cleveland Guardians baseball is brought to you by Chevrolet. Check out their award-winning lineup at your local Chevy dealer. And by Union Home Mortgage. Promises kept. Beautiful night at the ballpark at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. The opener of a 3-game series. First meeting of the year between these 2 Central Division rivals. Cleveland Clinic call to the bullpen has been made for Carlos Hernandez. 33rd appearance on the year. No wins, 4 losses, and an ERA of just over 4.5. He'll be on to face 6, 7, and 8. Tracy Jimenez, Will Brennan, and Myles Straw. Jimenez takes a straw. He's 1 for 2 tonight.
And he's a guy that will pitch inside as well.
In the air, pretty well hit, but a lot of room out there in that outfield. Back to the warning track. Kyle Isbell pulls it down 2 away. Brady Singer with 6 innings, 4 hits, shutout ball, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Just over 90 pitches, pretty efficient, and he had good movement with that 2-seam fastball tonight.
Yeah, he sure did. And, anytime they got a base runner, he seemed to make it disappear in a hurry. 2 ground ball double plays, was able to get out of it in the 5th and the 6th inning. He pitched a good game. That was only the 2nd time this year he has allowed no runs in the start. The other time came against Colorado when he pitched 5 2/3 innings.
Rick, I was going to ask you, so Brian Sweeney, when you serve as a pitching coach on a club, you're not just watching the pitchers all the time. You got a pretty good idea. There's a base hit to right field for Will Brennan. He's 2 for 3 and has returned his home turf. And the Guardians have a 1-out base runner. Does Sweeney share that information, the first-hand information he has
hitters?
With hitters, or does he just go on, hey, here's what the organizational scouting reports say?
No, he'll give his input on to what he feels would get a guy out. Absolutely right, he will. You got to watch these hitters, for a few years and get to know them very well. Tendencies.
Of course, last year a team loaded with rookies, but he had a front row seat for all of that. Myles Straw 0 for 2. Well, Brennan for the year has stolen 6 out of 9, but the way Fermin has handled the run game behind home plate, he's not an easy guy to run on.
And I would think that with Will, it'll be out number 2. If he tries to attempt, he'd probably go feet first after hurting that shoulder, wouldn't he?
That's a good point.
You know, thinking of diving in there and extending it. I would think no.
Up comes Bo Naylor, who is 0 for 2 on the night. I'm sorry, Noah Naylor. .99 miles an hour. Oh, he can rush it up there. And then he comes with an 84-mile-an-hour breaking ball, and it's 0-2. Slice out of play. Kansas City entered this series with a .521 earned run average as a staff, top to bottom. Only the A's and Rockies have a higher earned run average in all of Major League Baseball. But tonight, not a single run allowed. 5 singles scattered across 7 innings now. Runner goes on the 2-strike pitch, and it's fouled away, and he did slide head first.
I sure did. I was watching him. I saw him go back there to first like that.
He's young, Arch. He's young.
Yeah.
He says he feels great. I think some of these guys have slid head first their whole lives.
But you don't want to do it if you don't have to.
I hear you. Something hurts, you usually don't go right back and do it. But he says he doesn't hurt anymore. He was just sore for a couple of days. Oh, he's committing the cardinal sin. I saw him talking.
Struck him out looking. Stretch time in Kansas City. Is presented by authority of the Cleveland Guardians and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Cleveland Guardians. Leading off is MJ Melendez here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Gavin Williams has retired 10 Royals in a row. Back to the 3rd inning.
Boy, how about efficient 84 pitches for him to this point.
Up to left, Kwan drifting back. Nick Sandlin is up in the Cleveland bullpen. But as Arch told you, Gavin Williams has been just a master of efficiency.
Yeah, that's in that 3rd inning is when he had the walk and then the base hit and the hit batter, but he has been in control all night long. It's been great.
Trevor Stephan is up in the Cleveland bullpen, not Nick Sandlin. Off to the right, out of play.
Wish a happy birthday to Melvin Sneed out there, turning 93 from Alice, Michigan. Melvin, happy birthday.
Kel Garcia 0 for 2. Struck out, grounded out. back out of play. This is playable. Noah Naylor near the on-deck circle and makes the catch just before he was about to step onto the leaded bat.
There you go. You see what he's done. That four-seam fastball, 56, 17 sliders, 16 curveballs, and I haven't seen a changeup yet tonight.
Why would you, right? You
Right.
stay with what
Three-pitch
works.
miss.
But not
That's
only
beautiful.
That, yeah, but not only that, what does that do for his confidence as a big leaguer now to know that he's thrown that many fastballs?
He can trust his stuff.
Yes.
And I mean, command. He's commanded all three beautifully.
Kyle Lisbon 0 for 2 tonight.
Out front on the curveball.
Juan.
Nice job, kid.
How about 13 in a row retired by the Big Oak? 7 in the books. No score. Our Liberty Mutual Insurance field coverage when it comes to inherited runners scoring. The Guardians have allowed the fewest, the Royals second most.
Yeah.
But
there are no inherited runners out there now.
no, Aroldis Chapman is coming on to work a clean 8th inning. And Chapman, not expected to be here beyond the trading deadline, has put together a very solid campaign. 29 outings, a 2.63 ERA. 20 walks, though, and 50 strikeouts in his 27 innings of work.
Been doing it for a long time.
It's a nice trade chip to have for Kansas City because those who are going to make a move to bolster their team for the stretch run, everybody always goes for a bullpen piece.
Absolutely, especially a back-ender.
And by all accounts, he has been a solid citizen here in Kansas City, in the clubhouse, with the younger players. That'll certainly help his trade value. And I say that because, when he left New York, it was not under the best of circumstances. He wasn't even part of that playoff roster in the series against the Cleveland last year because they said he just went MIA. He just walked out on them.
Right.
And that's not something that sports teams take lightly. That's a tough mark on one's character to overcome. All 2 strikes for Stephen Kwan. It's out of play.
You can still dial it up there in the high 90s. And he's commanding the slider. Didn't he come up with a splitter?
Yes,
too?
he did. He was almost trying too much. And I was going to say, you guys say this all the time.
A couple years ago when he was throwing it too much.
Yes, he was throwing it way too much. It took away a little bit from the fastball. Yeah. But Matt, as I hear you talk about him in the New York situation, and it was bad at the end, we hear about that with a lot of guys in New York. Sometimes New York's just not good for certain players at a certain point in their career, right?
That's true.
Think about the center fielder in Baltimore right now. He's playing great baseball after having
Hicks.
Yeah, Hicks is winning games for him left and right.
Yeah, that's not an easy place to play.
Well, there's the equalizer. I mean, he's throwing 100 miles an hour basically.
And then he drops that in.
89-mile-an-hour slider.
Well, when you look at, we talk about 100 miles an hour plus. This is Chapman, it was the hardest thrower of all time there for a while. But 4-seamers 102 times. He's got it up over the 100 mark.
You got to be able to hit one of those.
You throw them all at the same time, maybe. Well, I want to say he got up to 104, I believe, about a week and a half ago.
I think it was 102 it was like a wiffle ball. Somebody said it had so much movement on it. It's crazy. He's been around a long time doing it, and back when he was in Cincinnati, he'd throw at you too. He'd low bridge you.
He has struck out 43% of the batters that he has faced on the year. And Rosario with a fly ball to center. Kyle Isbell making the catch, 2 down. Get a word from Cleveland Clinic.
Get the care you need when and where you need it. Visit clevelandclinic.org/access. Cleveland Clinic is proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Cleveland Guardians.
Well, this is the matchup you pay to see right here.
Yes, sir.
Power versus power. From a first pitch slider.
Exactly. Way to set it up.
Or maybe that was his splitter. I don't know. The computer said splitter.
Is that what? Oh, I guess I see that. It looked like it was moving more of as a slider, though, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But what was the velocity?
92.
92.
And that had to be a splitter. His slider's been 86.
That was
another one?
Splitter at 91.
Yeah, I think so.
That's crazy. Just like Matt said the other day with the guy who was throwing a 90-mile-per-hour changeup. That's not a changeup anywhere else.
But what does this tell you about
the respect
Chapman has for Ramirez? He has yet to throw him a fastball. And he's got one of the best fastballs in baseball, all of baseball.
There it was.
And it's caught by Prado. He leaped up and grabbed it and robbed Ramirez of a base hit. Here's our Medical Mutual 5-star report. Gavin Williams, 7 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, 92 pitches, and 70 of those were strikes.
Yeah, I don't know how you can pitch any better than Gavin did tonight. And I mean, he threw his fastball down. He threw it up. He mixed in his curveball, his slider. He was outstanding tonight, man. And they couldn't get him a run.
Brady Singer pitched well on his side of the ledger. Carlos Hernandez, Aroldis Chapman following with scoreless innings of relief. Now Trevor Steffman delivers. Edward Olivares drives one to deep left field, and it's off the wall. He's headed to second base without a play as Kwan struggled to gather up the loose baseball. So the Royals have a runner at second base to start this bottom of the 8th inning. He almost hit it out of here.
Yeah, he's upset. He thought he got enough of it. He was looking at it, the slider right there. He left middle of the plate. And I'll tell you what, he punished that baseball. It's down the line. Kwan played it off the wall well. He tried to rush, but it was going to be a double anyway. He was halfway to second base. They're going to get a pinch runner for him out there. Only the second hit of the night for Kansas City.
Tyrone Blanco will be the pinch runner. And Drew Waters is the batter.
Matt, I've been told Blanco is the new Terrence Gore around here.
Oh, yeah?
Can run and can get the bases stolen. So keep your eye on 44.
Well, that's where you're going to see that Rosario is right behind him.
Correct.
You know, to keep him close. That's where you got to hold on, but it opens up that part of the infield. He looks like he's turning around to bunt.
Waters takes a strike.
Naylor charging in very quickly at first base. Ramirez staying back.
Squares again, and he pulls it back. It's up high.
That's the key. You got to bunt strikes. And this is the first runner they've even had to second base, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, no, they had a runner at second base in the 3rd inning after Prado was hit by a pitch.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But that was it. That didn't last long because Bobby Witt swung at the first pitch and made it out. Took another strike.
He's staying right inside. He's taken 2 fastballs in there and hasn't put one down yet. Now Naylor can stay back. Ramirez can move back. They won't try it 3 times, I wouldn't think. It's a rarity when you see that ever again.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out.
That's not a good at bat. Your job is to sacrifice your at-bat to get that runner to third base. And now he gets the splitter that just swings over the top of it, and he gets the strikeout. Yeah, that'll. This is a guy you got to be careful with. He can put the ball in play.
Runner goes. Throw down. Not in time.
Wow, he's on the base. And
Blanco with a steal.
Look at that on the first pitch. Look at Rosario's back there, but he turned around as soon as Stephan turned that head. Naylor knew he had a good jump. He could see it all the way. Knowing he had to get rid of it quickly, he short hops it, but that's a stolen base for Blanco.
Infield in. Lopez, a guy that gets the bat to the ball.
Yes, he's got a knack of putting it in play, and he can punt if need be. I mean, he'll surprise you. A couple years ago, he had that kind of year where everything was going his way.
You want more bad news? Nicky Lopez has more runs batted in against Cleveland than any other opponent. 17 of them.
Look at that splitter. Ooh, that's one right there that was nasty. I mean, when you see him out front like that, he's just trying to play pepper and put that ball in play. That's how good that splitter was.
Now the 1-2. Another one. Runner's coming home. Stephan threw it away. And Blanco will score because Naylor still had a shot out of at home plate, but I don't think he realized that Dairon Blanco had stopped running. And so by the time he corralled the ball, he was looking down at first. He might have been able to quickly shuffle it to Stephan and still had it playing home, but this is bizarre.
Yeah, right back to the mound. Here you go. He throws it wildly. Oh my goodness. He was heading back to third. Stumbled.
Look at
Yeah, he didn't realize it. He didn't realize it.
Runner goes. Pitch almost went to the backstop, and Naylor still threw him out. Holy mackerel, what a job.
How he turned and threw that ball there and got him out. I didn't think he had any chance whatsoever. This is wild. That was a pitch out, and Stephan missed it. Did you see him step out? It was going to be a pitch out. They know he was going to go. What a job by Naylor. Beautiful. Look at, he did a 360, come back around and still got it. And that was a bad, oh my gosh, he saved Stephan again. What is going on? Stephan, his head's not into the game.
The irony here is that is the 11th unearned run that the Royals have scored this year, and the fewest in all of baseball.
Yeah, how about that?
And the 1-2 pitch from Stephan is a tad high. To second base, Jimenez will throw him out. Last chance for the Guardians coming up. Naylor, Bell, Jimenez for the Guards. Pulaski and Ellis Burks will wrap it up. Scott Barlow. He has 9 saves on the year. He has allowed 22 hits and 13 walks in his 27 2/3 innings of work. So more times than not, you're going to at least get an opportunity. Josh Naylor 0 for 3 will lead it off. Problem for the Guardians tonight is they just haven't manufactured many opportunities.
Well, this is the slider master, we call him. He throws more sliders than anything, 44% of the time.
After that first swing, I think Barlow was convinced. He's like, well, I'm just going to keep throwing it.
Yeah, he's
slow it down.
Yeah, he's going to call his timeout, but you can bet he's going to try and go right back there again. See how anxious he will be to swing at it.
Dips low. And Naylor blooping one into right field. That's going to get down. And the tying run has reached a start here in the 9th.
Well, he kept his hands back enough, hits it off the end of the bat, and it's down below the strike zone. He tried to get him to chase it, but that's a good job by Naylor to put it in play. That was not even a strike. It was away, though. He was able to reach out and flare it in there and get a knock.
Tyler Freeman is getting loose in the dugout. If Naylor gets to second, he might get lifted for a pinch runner. Josh Bell 0 for 3. That's up high, 1-1. There goes Naylor, and Bell fouls it back. More likely scenario would be that if Bell reaches, and that's the potential go-ahead run, then you'd probably see Freeman come on and run. Josh Naylor will never be confused with Ricky Henderson, but he has stolen 5 out of 6, and he does run the bases pretty well.
They don't pay attention to him right now, so you know what I'm saying? Sandy was over there looking. This is a slider master. He throws a lot of pitches down in the dirt. If he's not paying attention to you, he can sneak and try and get one.
2-2. He lays off a tough pitch, and it's a full count. But here's where Barlow can be tough, because he's not going to give in.
No, he's going to throw that slider again.
And he struck him out with it.
He stayed on the inner part of the plate, down in the strike zone. Probably swung at a ball right there. And Bell is one of those guys that normally on a 3-2 pitch, he'll take his walk. He didn't that time.
Now Andres Jimenez is 1 for 3 on the night. He went to the outside corner and missed off the plate.
Is that cue?
I don't think so. It's John Q. Public. The 1-1. That dips low. 2 balls and a strike. Oh, again. 3-1.
They'll make this guy bring that breaking ball up. Don't help him out.
Yeah, Jimenez has the luxury of being very selective here.
All right, take that breaking ball. There you go. Now you got a good look at it. Got another lefty on deck waiting to go. A walk's as good as a hit right here.
Runner goes, and a chop foul.
Well, he's going because they feel that Jimenez is going to put the ball in play off this guy. And that was a fastball that he got, that 3-2. So it might have surprised him a little bit, but they did start Josh to stay out of a double play. But they're feeling that he can put it in play off this guy, and I don't disagree with that at all.
Marlo Hale running the club. The absence of Terry Francona tonight. There goes the runner. The 3-2 again is pulled foul. That time it was the slider. It's a 7-pitch at bat. The next one will be number 8. And the risky run with starting Naylor a 3rd consecutive time is if he swings and misses, he may be out of gas going down to second.
Yeah, that's true.
He goes. It's ball 4. So Barlow missed badly with a curveball of all things. And now you've got 2 on and only 1 out. And Will Brennan coming to the plate. Boy.
Now you get the pinch runner out at second base for Naylor.
Interesting, they go to Gabriel Arias to run at second base.
Well, he'll go into first base if they score. And Will Brennan has a pair of hits tonight in his last 2 at bats, 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 7th. Great man in the right spot.
Yeah, if you run Freeman, then it's one of those deals where you've got to make a 2 for 1 move.
Right.
So this makes more sense.
Yeah. And with this spacious outfield, they play a little deeper. You know, they're not probably they're more concerned with the go-ahead run at first base than they are the guy at second base.
But here's Will Brennan. What a scenario. Went to high school in Stillwell, Kansas, just over the border. Not more than 30 minutes from Kauffman Stadium. Playing tonight in his first big league game in this ballpark. And he's 2 for 3 with 2 singles. And he's got a chance to have a real impact now in the last at bat.
Well, if you're going to have an impact, hit a gapper. I want to see Jimenez run from first.
Air ball down the right field line. Arias will score the tying run. Jimenez around third. He's going to be waved home. Scoring is Jimenez, and the Guardians take a 2-1 lead, and Will Brennan is indeed the hero of the moment.
What a job right down the first baseline. He swung and missed and fouled off that first breaking ball. This will be our key play of the game without a doubt. Down and in, he did not get it there, and Will likes that ball down and in, right down the right field line. And you got to send him here. They're off and running, and it's a big ballpark. He plays it off the wall, but not before Jimenez can get in. Brennan What his third straight hit, and they're finally on the board.
Oh man, what a moment for the Kansas kid, huh? He had a number of reporters that came over and wanted to talk to him before the game about playing here tonight at Kauffman Stadium. He was more than happy to tell his story. And Andre, I mean, as Tito said, he's an easy guy to root for.
Well, you can tell how the team messes with him. Everybody loves him because if you get to know him, you can poke fun out of him. He gives it back to you.
This is going to be trouble down the line. It's a foul ball by a foot and a half, maybe.
But you can go back and forth with Will. You know, we have a report that we're going to do a real good thing that we did back at home about the batting cages they have underneath the the ballpark. And there's pictures up on the wall of all the players and their families. And then there's some pictures of guys kind of messing with each other. There are more pictures of messing with Will Brennan than any other guy on the team. It tells you all you need to know. Whether it's the Chill Will stuff, he's a likable guy because he comes every day, works hard, but he can dish it and take it. And that's what you need to do on a team like this. And he'll ask the manager for him to get somebody else an autograph for him.
Go get Pedroia. Straw is retired. Brennan moves to third, 2 down. And just to recap, if you joined us late, I mentioned DeMarlo Hale running the club. Andre reporting just before tonight's first pitch. Terry Francona left the stadium, went back to the hotel, going to get further evaluated by doctors. Just wasn't feeling well, and because of his recent health history, out of an abundance of caution, they just wanted to make sure that he didn't push it tonight.
Right. And for those, you know this, Matt, because you were down here. I stayed down here at almost 6:30. He didn't really walk away or leave till about 6:40. So this happened really right before first pitch of the game.
Yeah, we spoke to him just about an hour before that.
Yeah, and he came out and talked to Q. He came out here for BP. So it was something that kind of happened all at the last minute right before first pitch.
Tito and DeMarlo have a long history together, and he trusts him implicitly. And so do the players. I mean, he's got a great respect of everybody in that dugout.
The guy they fear in that dugout is DeMarlo. I tell you guys every day, DeMarlo's the one that keeps everybody. If you miss a cutoff,
on point.
You don't wear your belt to batting practice. You don't wear your hat right. DeMarlo has a way of bringing you over to be like, hey man, where's your belt at?
He's the enforcer.
Yes, he is.
Emmanuel Clase up in the Guardians bullpen. Noah Naylor with a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Runner at third, 2 down. And a swing and a miss, full count.
That's the youth right there. You're swinging at a pitch that he's not going to give in. Could have been on first base.
High fly ball, right field. Waters is there. And the side is retired. But Chill Will coming back home here. And in the 9th inning, with his team down a run, he puts them up 2-1. Bring on Clase. But Gavin Williams in his second major league start was some kind of impressive here tonight. 7 innings, 92 pitches, and 70 of those 92 pitches were strikes.
He was outstanding. You can't pitch any better. 1 hit allowed. It was terrific. Unfortunately, they couldn't get him a run when he was in a ball game, but he couldn't do any better.
He retired the last 13 hitters in a row. Pretty good company. Top of the order for Kansas City here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Emmanuel Clase will try to close it out for the Guards. Looking for his 24th save of the year. He began the night tied for the league lead with 23 saves. Nick Pratto, 0 for 2. Struck out twice tonight. And a weak ground ball to first. Clase hustling over to cover. And Arias says, I'll take it myself. 1 down. Bobby Witt Jr. to the plate, 0 for 3 tonight. And that 99-mile-an-hour fastball in off the plate. $15,718 turning out for the series opener. A pitcher's duel. 0 for 0 through 7.5 innings. Then Kansas City able to push across an unearned run in the bottom of the 8th to take a 1-0 lead. And Cleveland coming back with 2 in the 9th. Run double by Will Brennan to take the lead. Up the middle, cut off by Rosario. Had trouble getting out of his glove, but a one-hop throw and a great defensive play on the back end by Gabriel Arias for out number 2.
He saved him. He certainly saved him, and we see where Rosario has trouble throwing when he's on the run, and that's what he does. He makes a nice play to get rid of it, double clutch, but short hopped him. And I'll tell you what, that is a heck of a pick. Because one thing, if Witt reaches, he can run and he can steal, but that saved the bacon right there.
And now MJ Melendez 0 for 3 on the night. You know, Tito said before the game, at the plate, Arias is caught in between. You know, he's had trouble laying off the high fastball, and he's just caught in between. But Rick, defensively, he's playing like with so much confidence. Well, no matter where, especially in the infield. The outfield's still learning, but boy, when he's on the infield, you just see he can pick it with the best of them. No matter where he's at, third base, shortstop, first base.
Give him a shot at shortstop for a while. Let him play for a week there, see how he does.
In and out of the mid of Naylor, just couldn't quite squeeze it on the foul tip. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, bottom of the 9th. And a little high and wide, 2-2. Bouncing ball to Jimenez. It took a wicked hop, and Melendez will reach. There'll be an error on Jimenez and a rare miscue for the Gold Glover, but that was a tough hop that he could not have anticipated.
Yeah, he was trying to charge in on it. You know how they say you come in, watch. He once he decided to do that, and that ball hit the grass and stayed down, and it had a little more spin on it than he thought. So he just didn't play that ball well. It'll go as an error and keep the inning going.
Boy, not the guy you wanted to have to face either. Ahmad Taylor going to run it first, but Michael Garcia 0 for 3 at the plate. But this young player swung the bat very well for the Royals. And a weak ground ball to short. Rosario. Book it. Lasse with his 24th save. And the Guardians come from behind in the 9th to win it by a final score of 2-1. And they get to 38-40 on the year, while the Royals fall to 22-57. Cleveland pitching combining to hold Kansas City to just 2 hits. 2 hits on the night.
Yeah, that was a special game for Williams. His second start in the big leagues. 7 innings, just 1 hit allowed, and just firing strikes. And it was a low scoring, which we expected it to be in here. I'll tell you what, they come out and they get a big win for them tonight because Minnesota got beat.
Means they're only half game back.
Half a game out right now. Absolutely right.
And so that's going to wrap things up in a tidy 2 hours and 26 minutes tonight here in Kansas City. We're back tomorrow night when the series continues. Stay tuned now for Guardians Live postgame with Al and Ellis, and Andre is coming up next as well.